was surprisingly ruled out of last night's marquee Lakers-Sixers matchup with knee soreness just a few hours before tip-off. LA went on to lose 126-121. Joel Embiid scored 30 as he inched closer to LeBron's scoring title lead. A little bit of intrigue here. LeBron's your guy, Shannon. What do you think's going on here?
Well, this was smart. This was an opportunity to give him, they played Monday, off Tuesday. Had he played last night, Skip, he was going to get Thursday, Friday, Saturday off, and then they play Sunday. Well, they played Monday. Now he misses Wednesday. So now you get Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You play Sunday. So he gets damn near a week of rest in order. So for Skip, in order for them to, because the Spurs did a number on, they beat somebody.
Portland.
Yeah, they beat the hell out of Portland. I think Portland.
At Portland.
I think Portland tank. I think Portland.
Well, they lost Anthony's son.
Yeah, they was already struggling, Skip, but damn. I mean, they were playing hard for
Going into the All-Star break, they were on fire.
I believe in order for the Lakers to stay 9-10 and to keep San Antonio at bay, because San Antonio is coming.
They're only 2 games back.
Exactly. They need a rested, healthy LeBron. Skip, he's averaging like 35 points since the All-Star game. He's averaging 40 in their wins. He's going to probably have to average 40. He's going to have to average probably 35 to 40 points over these last 9 games to keep them in the play-in spot. They're not rising any higher than 9. 9-10 is where they're going to be. But he's going to have to put up a Herculean effort just to keep them there. You and I both know that a healthy LeBron, we can't have the flare up, and he's like, because remember, Skip, he's playing back-to-back and playing lots of minutes. Played 40, they went to overtime in Toronto. He played 45 minutes.
He did.
Follow that up with a 40 minutes performance the other night against Cleveland.
41.
Yeah, so he needed it. And we put puss in people. I mean, Skip, you get tired putting puss in people.
You're getting foots put in.
No. I watched a one-legged kicking, a butt kicking contest the other night. A one-legged man won, but he was tired at the end of it, and that's LeBron putting butts in people.
Going into last night, you'd lost 13 of 18 games. Is that foots?
They lost. LeBron been winning. You see LeBron averaging 40? How would you want him to average 50? You want him to put up Wilt numbers?
I think he needed a night off to take the foot out of his behind.
Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that. You see what the man doing. You see after 30, he should have had a coronation. 38, 11, and 12.
Oh, I thought you said should have had a coronary.
There you go. Skip, look. You know good and well the Lakers aren't going anywhere if LeBron James does not keep playing at the level in which he's playing. Where are they going to get the points from? Yeah, Skip, they played last night. I don't know if I've ever watched the game with my own eyes in which I saw 8 players score at least 20 points. That's only the second time this year. Now, I was like, well, damn, when they were showing, I was like, damn, they got 8 players? I mean, how often does that happen? But it's happened one other time this season. So I guess it means it's happened a lot of times before. It's just not a common occurrence. 8 guys?
Okay, but the Lakers had 3 guys at 20 plus.
Yeah, no, they had 4. 4?
Am I missing something? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the other one.
Yeah, you can miss Malik.
Yeah.
Malik and Carmelo off the bench had 20 and 23.
Okay, you say, where are they getting the points from? 4 guys scored 20 plus. You got 2 24s, a 23, and a 20.
But because here's the thing, LeBron was out. So the points got to come from somewhere. LeBron comes back in. Skip, like you said, Carmelo was at home. I mean, we need home Melo, but unfortunately, we're going to be on the road. You got to take the show on the road. If you're in the 10th spot.
He's the Amari Cooper of the NBA, right?
and I thought that, Skip, even though they lost, I was impressed with how hard they played. Dwight Howard had a little flashback moment. Stanley Johnson played extremely well in the first quarter, but didn't get but 2 shots the rest of the ball game. Guys played well. They really did. I mean, just too many turnovers. They had an opportunity to put some distance between them and the Sixers, but the turnovers really hurt them and kept the Sixers in the ball game early.
We're going to talk about Westbrook's 7 turnovers. We're going to talk about it.
I ain't ready. I just said.
We'll get there. Not now, but we'll get there soon.
But LeBron is carrying a heavy load since AD went down. He needed this rest, Skip. But you watch Sunday. Watch over the next 2 weeks what he does.
So are you willing to go out on the limb and say they're going to win at New Orleans?
We're going to win at New Orleans. Hold on. And as a matter of fact, what my case to do?
What?
You know.
I needed the points.
No.
I told you
you didn't get no points.
It was 3.5.
No, you cheated.
I said I need 3.5.
I told you that.
Guess what? We won because we covered. It was 3.5. I got 3.5. We lost by 2.
No.
Huh? I was right again. Huh? Now you're a Xavier fan?
Xavier, the Musketeers. I told you the Musketeers.
Yeah. Scottie Pippen Jr., he disappeared a little bit down the stretch. I needed one more big shot from him, but I couldn't get it. Whatever. Okay, here's the point. I think we can now retire this excuse that LeBron is using because I think you just shot holes in it. I think I can now call total BS on quote-unquote sore knee because you just admitted publicly LeBron was load managing. It's not even load managing. LeBron just needed a night off, and I don't have any problem with that, but he rested last night.
Hold on. Joel Embiid rested.
He did. Joel Embiid rested to get ready for LeBron. And LeBron said, touche, I'm out.
Can I ask you a question?
You're it, Joel.
But you've been complaining all year. Why is LeBron playing all these minutes? When he plays, he's playing too many minutes. When he doesn't play, you say, well, why is LeBron resting? Why is he running high?
I'm saying good for him. I told you, I got no problem with resting unless you try to couch it with my knee is swollen or I've got sore knee. My knee was too sore right before tip-off. Baloney. Stop it. Just say, remember once upon a time, I think it was last year, you said, LeBron, he went third person. LeBron doesn't load manage. Yes, he does.
LeBron healthy, LeBron plays.
Okay, all right. Fine. But he's 37. He's human. It's his 19th year.
Yeah.
He is 4th in this league in minutes played so far this whole season. If we just do average per game minutes played, he's 4th.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. So he needed a night off, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
but don't try to camouflage it with my knee.
The knee swelling.
Don't get me swollen knee. Listen, I know way too much about knees. I know too much. In fact, every time we talk about it on this show, I go home and my knees ache because it's in my psyche that I'm talking about them because they're the scariest part of your body. Yeah. I don't care what you say. Howard Cosell, remember Howard Cosell used to say, the knee, always the knee. It's always the knee, right? Except for you, and you didn't have any real well, you had some swelling.
I have swelling. I have scoped on both knees.
Okay, all right. So I've had 3 scopes, and I just despised my knees. I listen, seriously, as God is my witness, I ice my knees every single night. When I'm watching the Lakers, LeBron, whoever I'm watching, I just strap them up, man. Right. I just wrap them up with 2 bags of ice because it's miraculous. It's the only way to heal your knees and keep them halfway right. Mm-hmm. But LeBron, if you swell, you know this better than anybody. If they swell, you got some kind of pathology going on. Right. You need some cleanup surgery. Right. And if you do tear something, if any meniscus tears, if you have a cartilage tear, it's just debilitating.
Right.
Trust me, I've gone through it. You can't run. You can barely walk.
Right.
If you tear your meniscus, it'll catch in the mechanism of your knee, and you'll just scream, man, because it'll be too painful to walk. So I keep watching LeBron. So let's go back to San Antonio. It was back just before the game at Houston. All of a sudden, remember the game at San Antonio? LeBron, remember, he's sitting on the end of the bench. He's wearing shades and had his hood pulled up, which made him it was like a big red arrows pointing to him. Here's LeBron at the end of the bench. He's trying to go incognito, and he's like the least incognito man.
They know it was LeBron. It could have been anybody.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so he comes off that game, which shocked me because it came out of nowhere. Because I was all pumped. I want to watch him at my Spurs. Let's see what happens. Put on a show. He usually tries to put on a show for Pop.
Yeah.
And what happens? No LeBron. So then they're going to Houston. It's the worst team in the West. He played 45 minutes in that game, and they lost that game.
Right.
Okay, but 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden Washington at home, he plays 36. Okay, I can barely live with that. And then at Phoenix, they get blown away, and he only played 30. But he comes back. Toronto at home is 40. And then at Minnesota is 37, and then at Toronto, to your point, was 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. Really? And then here we go. At Washington is 36. At Cleveland was 41 minutes. Yeah. 41 minutes.
Right.
So over that stretch, if we just do that stretch since he sat the San Antonio game, he's averaging 38.7 minutes. Yeah. That's the 5th most in the league over that stretch.
Right.
We're down the stretch.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
37, year 19. It's way too many minutes. And there are too many of those games when you're getting blown and you actually lost the game in the second quarter.
Right.
And I just say, just fold your tent. Just go sit.
Because LeBron might bring it back. LeBron might get one of them hot streaks and get on a 20, hit by 5 or 6 threes, and we right back in the game, Skip.
Listen, it's glaringly obvious that at this point in the season, he's all about the scoring title.
Is Joel Embiid about the scoring title? Because did you see him grabbing his back every time, and he would not leave the game? So clearly Joel Embiid is concerned about the scoring title also, correct?
Well, I think he's concerned about winning the East, or at least being in the mix.
They're not winning no East.
Okay, well, they're still fighting. They're fighting for a playoff spot.
They're not winning nothing.
Okay, well, they're winning a lot of games. And by the way, I don't know how they did it, but Embiid and Harden sat going back a night.
Right.
And they beat Miami.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to talk about Miami. That might
start something, okay? So the point is, does LeBron really care about making the playoffs this year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
We get in the playoffs, get healthy AD, we can make some noise.
Okay.
And I ain't talking about just banging no pots and pans.
Okay, but if you're the 10 seed, you're going to have to go on the road and do or die twice?
If you're a musician,
does LeBron really want to do that?
Name a musician that didn't have to take a show on the road.
No, but it's not do or die.
Yeah, we take our show on the road because we want people to see this. So we got to take our show on the road. We take it on the road.
You have to go twice on the road?
It don't matter. We fly private anyway, so it ain't like we going through the airport and customs or anything like that.
Does LeBron want that hanging over his head?
Yeah, we want
that kind of pressure?
We want that. We thrive under that.
Oh, do you?
Yes,